Y'all ready for this? We ready? We ready to talk basketball? Oh, get ready, everybody. Here it comes. The surprise. It's coming. Here we go. And boom. Oh! Oh! Happy New Year, everybody. This is good. Prepping for the 90s party today. I got my windbreaker. I got my fanny pack. I got my wind pants. We're ready to do this. What's going on? December 31st, closing out the new year. The way that I closed out 2018. Flying solo. Solo joint, closing it out. Last year, it led me to this. Can't imagine what's going on. No hat. Got the fresh comb over like a child. It's fantastic. So we are having a 90s themed party at my house tonight for the new year. We have bagel bites made. We've got beefaroni and SkettiOs and all sorts of stuff in the crock pot. We've got fruit by the foot and fruit roll-ups and Dunkaroos and all sorts of fun stuff. So it should be a good time. Should be a good time. Oh, God. We ready for this slate? We ready for it? This should be fantastic. I'm not wearing the Iverson question Reeboks. I wish I was. To be fair, in the 90s, I was just poor, so I had really crappy shoes. Now, I actually can wear Jordans. Yeah, that's what I said. I just walked downstairs to grab my other beer, and they were like, oh, you just look like a big child. And yeah, this is what I would have worn if I was 7 years old, but they stretched me out. But somehow I got a gut. Alrighty, so let's do this now. Let's dive in. Are we invited? Oh, anybody's invited. Stop by. Should be a good time. Oh, I don't have the solo thing on. Whoop. There we go. That's better. That's better. We thought we were going to have Chris Baggs tonight, but no such luck. Just playing Yahoo tonight. I look ridiculous when I look to the right and see myself. This is fantastic. It's going to be a good one, guys. It's going to be a good one. Is that in a USA Olympic tracksuit? I wish. Michael Wilmoth, no hair part in the middle. I wanted to go for it. That was my go-to look. Maybe I'll have the wife share some of the pictures tonight so you guys can see it. That was my go-to. We'll get it posted to maybe. I'll drop it in premium Slack. Maybe I'll tweet one out. They're all pinned up on. We have a big picture board in our kitchen, but I looked pretty awful. So let's get into this slate. There's not a ton to talk about, so I don't mind taking a pretty big intro here. 5 games. It's pretty cut and dry in my opinion, but I'll touch on. I'm playing Yahoo. I'll walk through every game and give my thoughts on everything because why not? And then we'll take questions the whole time. I've got my Tupac freaker. Tupac / Chewbacca. I don't know if you guys can see that. Tupac. Gonna be a good day. Looks like you might have some deals on good bags of weed. They're probably in my fanny pack. All right, let's start with Houston and Memphis. Oh, that last sip of beer was not great. 102.25 implied total for the Rockets, 98.25 for the Grizzlies. Let me mark that red. I think I'm getting roasted here. Oh, no. Different question. Obviously not an appealing fantasy game on the surface. I'm going to say something that I'm going to regret, I'm sure, in a couple hours, but I didn't get a single share of James Harden in my 10 lineups on Yahoo, so that should be fun. Not that I have some sort of aversion to him. I'm just getting a lot of the Pelicans-Timberwolves game, which I will get to. On FanDuel, I think it would be really hard to avoid Harden wholesale just because of the roster construction. Thanks, bots. DK as well, 11-4. I don't have a problem with Harden. He's pretty clearly, to me, the second best play of the studs if you're paying up. I would much rather have Harden or AD compared to Westbrook. But roster construction for me, I don't have any Harden. It's a lot of the games coming up. So we'll talk about it. Look, it's 10 lineups on Yahoo. I'm willing to take a pretty aggressive stand. And I need to hope that works out. We'll see. At $57 on Yahoo, I need him to go for like 70 and change, which is, clearly in play. Not even ridiculous, but I think there's more value at the guard spots. So for me, it was easier to go to some other guys. I do have a couple shares of Capella. I think he looks better on DK than he does on FanDuel. So I would have a much easier time going there. I have a lineup with Austin Rivers. I didn't get to any other parts of Houston, though, because of this game pace. So I have other full-on punts, but I think it's very, very reasonable to go to Gerald Green on Yahoo. Gerald Green as a punt on FanDuel is a no-brainer. I mean, you can throw that score in the garbage if it goes poorly. 3,700 on DK, no issue there. On the Memphis side, I have some Jaren Jackson. I'll just hop to it so we can talk about it a little easier. These are going to be pretty aggressive. I've got 3 lineups with Jaren Jackson. I've got 2 lineups with Slow-Mo. I've got 2 lineups with Conley. I've got a lineup with Marc Gasol. But I'm not getting to the beard today. No Harden equals no money. You might be right. I can't play everybody. I've got 10 lineups. And I'm willing to go heavier on some other games. You're not going to find me recommending every single person in the show. That's not my scene, not my style. So I'm not advocating for Harden. On DraftKings for 11-4, I think that price is really, really appealing, actually. I didn't get there for the construction on Yahoo. A lot of that has to do with just where the value is lining up. But that's where I land on this game. You live by the slow-mo, you die by the slow-mo. Chris A., I'm ending up with a lot of stars in Scrubs build. Who are the mid-price guys besides, obviously, Wiggins? We'll get there. Jaren Jackson, for one, I guess, if we're counting that as mid-priced. All right, we'll hop to San Antonio and Boston. San Antonio, 108.25 implied total. 109.75 for the Celtics. I'm burping this beer. Ugh. An ecstasy dealer. That's fun. I like that. Never tried it, though, so I can't really talk about it. Let's hop to my exposures for right now, just to talk about San Antonio. 2 lineups with DeRozan and 3 lineups with LaMarcus Aldridge. Otherwise, that's it for me. And that's kind of how I feel about this game. Like, if you want to play a bunch of lineups and... Ooh, Elfrid Payton in. That's good. That means I don't have to rotate through anything. If you want to rotate through guys like Derek White or Bryn Forbes or Bertans or Pirtle since he's starting, I think it's reasonable. It's just really hard to prioritize anyone. So DeRozan, Aldridge, so they're the only 2 guys I'm looking at. Aldridge slightly more. The price on Yahoo's fantastic. I probably lean more towards Aldridge on both FanDuel and DK as well, but a little bit less so. Aldridge for $29 on Yahoo is pretty tasty. For Boston, I believe I have nothing. Let me just make sure before I say it. Yeah, 0 shares of Boston. It's really a tough sell. If you want to play Kyrie in tournaments, clearly the dude has a monster ceiling, but otherwise, how do you prioritize anything here? Gordon Hayward, I guess, for 4,700 on DK, but if he's the chalk play out of Boston, like, is he even really worth it? Who knows? So I'm mostly ignoring this game. It's only DeMar and LaMarcus for me. Someone will hit value, but I can't be there. This is the game that's eating everything up for me. EMAC, we'll hit on Lucas shortly. Got anybody dropping in like either ors or something? I'm just going to rip through every game first. So I can hit some either ors in like 10 minutes. You look like Adam Banks if he gave up. Holy fuck. I almost want to give you a free sub for that. I gotta take a screenshot of that. Oh, I don't want to miss that. Thank you so much, Tony S. I'm so happy that you said that. Oh, I don't want to forget it. Thank you. That's fantastic. Why a complete fade of Harden? Why not at least one lineup just in case? I'm going out with a bang. 2018 is closing out. Maybe I'm just going to look like the king of YOLO today. Yeah, look, it's one of those days where I'm not super worried about it. He didn't come up. I got so much of this particular game that I'm about to talk about that I'm just going to put my eggs in that basket. Oh, Pelicans 116 implied total. Minnesota Timberwolves 110.5. This is a really nice pace spot for both teams. I'm going to start on the Pels side. I have 40% Anthony Davis. Got a little bit of Drew Holiday. And I have 60% Julius Randle. I have this game very, very heavy at the top. I love it. From Andrew Dilworth, fade DeMar today, 0%. Josh, 2017. This is a true story. And then DeMar went for like 70. So, yeah, if that's any sign, Andrew, Harden's going for a hundy spot. Davis, Holiday, and Randle, but Davis and Randle in particular. They're the guys. That's where I'm buttering my bread. AD is my favorite play on the day. I have no problem with Elfrid Payton being back for it. I've got Elfrid Payton in for 25 minutes. Honestly, right now, it's really difficult for me to give anybody any real thoughts on Payton. I don't have the information. I don't know how many minutes he's going to play, so I'm leading you astray. If you think that he can play 30 minutes, I think he's a nice play for 5,400 on DK or at $19 on Yahoo. But otherwise, it's a lot of risk. Kyle, I know that is a lot of Randle. I'm okay with it, though. I absolutely love this spot. I don't really see anyone that's slowing him down on Minnesota. Now, that said, Minnesota side. This is where I'm loading up. Tyus Jones, all 10 lineups. Flat minimum on Yahoo. If he were 4,500 on FanDuel, sure, I guess. 5K on DK, not really. But Tyus Jones is the flat minimum on Yahoo. One of my favorite plays. I have Tyus Jones, Andrew Wiggins, Robert Covington, and Karl Anthony Towns ranked first across 4 separate positions today. That's how much I like the Minnesota side. So, I'm loading up on Tyus Jones. Andrew Wiggins, 90%. He's $19. He went for 24 fantasy points in his last one, which is fine by me. Keeps everybody off the scent. Dropped down to $19. I need him to get to 39. Had a 40-point game recently. Can easily get up into the high 30s. You know, we're not expecting to see Rose or Teague, so I'm going to roll those dice. After that, Bobby Covington, 50%. Karl Anthony Towns, 40%. I'm just taking a ton of this game. I'm bringing people back on every side, so it's mostly, lineups of 3 Minnesota guys, and it's coming back with a Randle or an AD. So I'm just heavily stacking this game. That's my plan for tonight, is to load up on the Pels Wolves. If this game goes according to plan, I'm setting up well. Otherwise, yeah, I'm loading up on Tyus Jones - everyone on Yahoo. Yeah, of course. It's when you get guys at $10 like that, it makes it really hard to avoid. Tyus Jones at $10 on Yahoo, it's a completely different question than 4,500 on FanDuel and 5K on DraftKings. It's just, I need him to get to 30 fantasy points. I'll take my chances. I just can't avoid that price point. I'll differentiate elsewhere. But that's where I'm at. I'm stacking this Pelicans-Wolves game aggressively. Again, you have 10 games on a Yahoo slate. I have 10 lineups. At some point in time, I can't differentiate enough. I'm being very aggressive. Boom or bust tonight, baby. I'm flying into 2019 with $200 less in buy-ins, or however much is $110 less in buy-ins, or a lot. Let's finish out these games. Oklahoma City Thunder, Dallas Mavericks. Thunder 115.25 implied total. Dallas 107.25. 8-point favorites for the Thunder. I could be crazy, but I'm not confident I have a single share of this game. Nope. Dennis Smith. I forgot he was criminally underpriced. So Dennis Smith Jr. is $11 on Yahoo. Again, no way to avoid it. Josh is finally playing like the rest of us just today. Yeah, so DSJ is $11 on Yahoo. Again, just it's a smash spot. Otherwise, two lineups of Harris and Barnes. Not a single share of anybody from Oklahoma City. It's really hard to want to go to $52 Russ or $49 PG. And after that, you're really kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel. For Dallas, look, $8,500 for Luka on FanDuel, $81 on DK, $34 on Yahoo. He clearly has an outstanding output coming here. I have him projected for 40 fantasy points on DraftKings. Everything looks good. He's just not in my builds. I got him at 1.17 fantasy points per minute today, just down a little bit from his last 30. Can't do it. You're going to play DSJ with the DSJ news. What's the DSJ news? Am I missing something? I didn't see anything about DSJ today. Dallas basically told DSJ they will trade him soon. Yeah, I don't care. Brian, if you're looking for like a real target score for Yahoo, just add 20 to any salary. That's what you'd be looking for. All right, Alfred Payton will play. Terrence Ferguson will start. Darius Miller in. Okay, nothing interesting. I'm not worried about trade rumors. They're gonna keep playing him. They should trade him. Anyway, I'm playing a ton of DSJ. Maybe I'll let a fire under his ass. Otherwise, I'm good on a couple shares of Harrison Barnes. Let's close this game out, or let's close this slate out. Phoenix and Golden State. Suns, 109.75 implied total. Warriors, 120.25. Big favorites for the Warriors. However, I like me some Suns. TJ Warren, 60%. Just $24 on Yahoo. He was 23 before, just dropped the 45 burger. 5 steals will get you there. I went for 54 and 47. He's been really good recently. 2 bagels here, but I'm happy to be pretty aggressive here, hoping that the game stays mildly close. Mikal Bridges, 40% for me. DeAndre Ayton, 30% for me. And then I just have a small trickle. Draymond Green in a lineup. Steph Curry in a lineup. But I mostly have... and Klay Thompson in 3. So I do have some of the main guys coming back from Golden State in the spots where I'm pretty aggressive on Phoenix. But there's a lot of points to go around in this game, and I'm hoping the Phoenix can keep it a little close and load up on Ayton and Warren and Bridges. No Booker, though, for me. $40 on Yahoo is a pretty tough sell. So that's my lap through all 5 games. Now we got nothing but time. We can bang through as many questions as you guys want to get to. I'm going to prioritize the premium Slack as we close out. That's a good Dustin Bishop. What an odd slate. Exactly. I'm going heavy. It's New Year's. You got to do some weird stuff from time to time. I can't believe I've got 716 people in here with me right now. Hit that like button, everybody. Let's make this the most liked video we ever get. Just cram that like button in. Let's take it into New Year's with like the craziest like total on a video ever. All right, Drop Tech Rune. Green, Okogie, Iggy, or Forbes on DK. Too many dudes. Let me look at it. I assume it's Gerald Green. Green, Okogie, not Iggy for me, so I don't even need to find him, but he's there. Bryn Forbes. Yeah, Gerald Green. Gerald Green for me there. That's a good question. Booker on DK with Ayton in the same lineup. Who would you run it back with on Golden State? Klay Thompson. Angel Lizardo, I literally do whatever Josh tells me. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. With Rose and Teague out again, who's thinking Cat for 60 plus? I hope so. Me, I guess. Booker, Drew, or Doncic? Come on, Matthew. You know you got to give me a site. I don't think that Josh Okogie's floor is safe, no. Can you play Okogie on DK with Rose and Teague out? I don't know his price off the top of my head, but let's find out. He is 3,800. Yeah, sure. DK GPP, Temple or drop to Gerald Green? I mean, I'm not the one having dreams about Garrett Temple. Shout out to This Morning Show. But I would rather have Gerald Green. I have Gerald Green projected for 2 full fantasy points more than Garrett Temple already. Thoughts on Josh Jackson as a punt on FanDuel? There's a name that I didn't think about saying today. It's not for me. I feel like there's got to be a better option somewhere. Look, on a 5-game slate, you can kind of justify it. And if you think that his minutes will be up a little bit in a blowout or something, go for it. But that would not be my favorite way to punt on FanDuel. Am I jamming 2 studs in or only 1 tonight? Depends on the definition of studs. So I have a lot of Towns, a lot of AD. Those guys are in similar lineups at the same time. Some of those lineups will have like Curry in it or Drew Holiday, or who else am I missing? Like Julius Randle. So I don't know how high up you're talking about it. But for me, if we're talking about just individual studs, it's just AD for me. Would I prefer PJ Tucker or Bridges tonight on Yahoo? I didn't get any PJ Tucker, and I did get Bridges, so my answer has to be Bridges. Oh, today's going to be a long night. Really not excited about it. The worst part of it all is I'll see you guys at 9:15 tomorrow morning. I get the sense that we'll probably have some relatively low viewership, but I'll be here with my man Laffy D breaking down tomorrow's slate. Can't wait. Let's get those questions in. 6:31. We've got 29 minutes until lock, people. 29 minutes until I can go join the 90s party. I look so preposterously awful, and that Adam Banks comment is going to stick with me for the rest of my life. Just call me Cake Eater. Who do you have projecting to fill in for backup center with Rashawn Holmes doubtful? I have Holmes in still. It doesn't really matter all that much to me. If we really want to worry about redistributing Holmes' like 16 minutes, it's probably some combination of Dragan-Bender and Ryan Anderson, and neither are really important. It's the reason I haven't really cared too much about making the change. His minutes are just going to go to someone else's minute, or to someone else that isn't that important. Wear the same tracksuit at 9 a.m. tomorrow. I mean, I'm not leaving my own house, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. What do we got? Josh, who gets a bump on DK with Holmes out, if anyone? Bridges. No one does. House or Bertans on Yahoo? I don't have either guy. House or Maxi on Yahoo? I don't have either guy. I see a lot of people mentioning Bertans and Pirtle, and I have no interest in either. Should I? Depends how many lineups you're playing. Like if you're in a 3-max, no. If you're playing 20, maybe one of those guys. 150 for sure. It's just really hard to prioritize guys coming out of San Antonio. House green or Rivers green? Do you have your jeans tight rolled? No jeans. They're like wind pants. They match the jacket. This is ridiculous. I look like such a stupid asshole. Oh, this beer is sweating everywhere. I think Rozier is a good pick. I forgot Terry Rozier was on today's slate. Not even trying to be funny. DK, do we lock in Randall or pay up for Towns? Let me look at the difference in their prices. Randall 79, Towns 93. I would rather have Towns, but it's all about what you do with that $1,400 savings. Thought you were just leaving the mustache. Yeah, that's the same thing my wife said to me. I didn't have the balls to do it when I got out of the shower, so if I get a little lathered up, you'll see it in the morning. That question isn't for me, but I'll answer it. Wait. Jackson, Looney, Drebko, Holmes, Crawford for better value. Probably want to go ahead and take a look at that stuff, but I assume you mean Josh Jackson. So the answer is probably Looney there. Ayton or Towns? Oh God, that's a tough. It's a toss up for me. I have a lot of Ayton and a lot of Towns. If I did have a Mighty Ducks jersey, that would be pretty sweet. But if I did, it wouldn't be Adam Banks. I would have Joshua Jackson. I would have Pacey Witter on my jersey. Thanks for the jacket compliments, guys. I'm a pretty big fan. I'm all decked out. Got the fanny pack, all this American shit. I feel like I'm in Napoleon Dynamite. Out of 10 lineups on Yahoo, how many should Horford be in? 0. Mike Conley ownership. It depends. I do a comb over as well. After seeing you, I'm going to go ahead and shave bald. Thanks. Thanks. I appreciate that. No love for Dylan Brooks. Jaren Jackson or Jeremy Grant on FanDuel. Jaren Jackson. More upside in Jaren Jackson. JaMychal Green pivot at 3,700 on DK. I do have JaMychal Green in the lineup on Yahoo, so I'm not totally off of him. Members only. I don't have a problem with Kyrie tonight. I just can't justify his price over some other guys. So he's not someone I have in a single lineup today. Who are the cash game locks? The guys that project as high point per dollar, guys that are also probably sort of owned. I need a JanSport backpack with only one strap on a shoulder. Curry and Booker or Westbrook and Clay in a FanDuel GPP. Man, that's tough. I mean, honestly, you should be playing 2 lineups, one of each. EMAC, that is some terrible spelling of some of these women. I don't even know where you're going with it. But yes, the wife and I have curated a gigantic playlist. All sorts of surprises coming through. God, Curry. Let me look back at that. Curry and Booker. All right, so I have Curry and Booker. Let's see. Look at their ceiling projections. Curry and Booker at 108. Westbrook and Clay at 107. I mean, it's separated by 1 point for me. Saskrib, I would be lying to you if I picked one out of there. It's a coin flip. It's a coin flip. It's a coin flip group there. I can't do it. And I don't want to lead you astray. I can't give you an answer that's 51-49 in my opinion. That's not good touting. It's normal touting, but it's not good touting. Better value, Chumbawamba or Natalie Imbruglia. I'd rather be torn than knocked down because I don't think that I'd get up again. I wish I still. I had a Miami Hurricanes starter jacket. I wish I still had that. Any interest in Austin Rivers at 3,800 on FanDuel? Yeah, you should be playing Austin Rivers on FanDuel without question. Firecracker popsicles. Yeah, you should be playing Austin Rivers on FanDuel. There's also another place that you should be playing. I mean, you can't see it on the graphic here because I've got my solo show graphic on here. But you should be taking a look at Thrive Fantasy. I'll drop the link in the chat again. It's bit.ly/Awesemo. You drop this in here. You sign up using that link, you get some monies. You get $10 for every $10 deposit, $20 for $100 deposit, and $50 for every $200 deposit. Thrive is a new DFS site. It's based on prop bets. So if you go and check it out, I'll pop into this NBA one for right now. We have to pick whether someone's going to get over or under some points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, maybe some of those things added together. You get a certain amount of points for each. You pick 10 out of 20. And you kind of need to manage the game theory of it all to think about whether more or less people will be on the over or under, or if people are even picking that prop at all. So this morning, Adam and I went through some of our favorite props. And now I think we'll probably take a look at it, maybe one or two more, now that we have a little bit more news. So something like James Harden's rebounds and assists at 12.5 with some shading on the under, which I think is interesting. You get 90 points if you take the over. I have it at 14.5. So I don't get as many points. I would need the over to hit 55% of the time to be right. I have it 2 full rebounds and assists over. So give me James Harden in the over. I'll take the discount in points. Badger and Bournemouth fan. Do I play any EPL yet? I don't. I try to keep that away from me for right now. I don't want to lose my interest in Liverpool by spreading out my exposure to other teams. So for right now, that is simply just my my guilty pleasure. Is it okay to leave $5 on the table in cash on Yahoo? Yeah, I think so. Let's hit one more Thrive prop. Again, I dropped the link in there, bit.ly/Awesemo. Highly recommend you check it out. It's even good for giving yourself a little bit of a baseline for where you think guys are going to score for a particular night. How many minutes do I think Brandon Knight plays today? I don't know, 10. Final Thrive prop. What's the last one I didn't look at? Let's see. We look at Drew. Drew Holiday, 24.5 assists and points. 90 points for the over. Holiday needing to deal now with Elfrid Payton being back. So, if Drew Holiday gets 90 points for the over on his points and assists, I have him at 29.1. The line is 24.5. So I am smashing, absolutely smashing the over for Drew Holiday. Hit that like button, everybody, and then go check out Thrive Fantasy at bit.ly/Awesemo. All right, love, what do you got here? I'll be a nice person. I will ring in this new year. We'll try to make amends on this one. I will happily answer your question. I see it. I had to finish my Thrive plug. Please don't think that I'm ignoring you yet. Okay, that's kind of... I mean, are we really posting that lineup in here and you're asking me if I like it or not? I'll look at your real one. I don't care about anybody else at a different site. I think that can be pretty reasonable. Melton interests me. That's the only piece that I don't really like. So I'd be curious why you were going to Melton. If you're asking me about if you're really asking me about this other site's lineup, I'm just going to say that I think it's garbage. And I really don't like it. I can't imagine playing those top two guys and the center. So I would ignore that one. Why plug bad content? Let other people play that line and bury their money. Yeah, other than Melton in your original line, I don't really know where you're going with the Melton play. That one concerns me. But the rest of the lineup looks fine to me. There's good value there. Do I know if the overlay contests are planned to continue on Yahoo or if it's temporary? I can't imagine they continue forever in abundance. I would guess that they try to keep it as a mild gimmick from time to time. But you can only give away so much money before you stop having money to give away. Now, selfishly, I hope they keep that up forever. But I don't get the sense that it'll be super long. Thank you, love. Look at that. We're breaking into 2019. We're making amends. We're breaking bread, so to speak. Break some bread on your side. I'll break it on mine. 17 minutes, everybody. Gerald Green, Looney, or Maxey on DK. It's got to be Gerald Green. Ooh, T-Lish. Harden put up 100 fantasy points on New Year's Eve 2 years ago. Lock him in. I'm not going to lie. I'd rather you have never said that. It would make me feel better. Get your questions in, folks. Sorry, if anybody asked any questions during my Thrive plugs, I missed it. It was just EMAC talking about 90s bands. Josh, what are you sipping? So normally I get pretty weird with my beers, but today, since New Year's is a bit more of a bulk day, I'll have some cognac downstairs. Clearly, and get my J.R. Smith on. But right now, I'm sipping that Costco brew, that Kirkland for real. Costco IPA. Bought a random case. We got a lot of people coming to the house, so I'm not rolling through the good shit right now. Uh-oh, and there goes the chalk. What happened? Jeff Teague out, Derrick Rose out. Oh, good. That was going to make me really nervous if it went a different direction. Conley, Temple, Slow-Mo, Jackson, Gasol starting. There we go. Iggy, Okogie, or Gerald Green in the DK GPP. Gerald Green. Randall and Davis in the same FanDuel lineup. I don't hate it. It's kind of scary, but I don't hate it. I have one like that, I think. Green and Bridges or Jones and Pirtle on a DK GPP. Wow. Probably Green and Bridges. Does Liverpool win on Thursday? Do we start 2019 the way we ended 2018? I certainly hope so, man. We closed out 2018 like gangbusters. We're like 80% to win the Premier League right now. Have money in hand or in pocket at midnight for good luck. What if it's in my house? Does that work? Josh, come over to DK, stack Towns and 8, and let's get that money. I'm stacking them on Yahoo. Can I get that money there? Bridges or Tucker on Yahoo? Bridges for me. I have Bridges. I don't have Tucker, so that's kind of the answer for me. In a vacuum, it's really close, but I just didn't get to Tucker, and I don't want to say Bridges and then win a tournament with Tucker and have everybody yell at me. Brooks a good play for Memphis? Not really. Could be, but I doubt it. Ayton or Luka on Yahoo for Vots? I haven't really thought about them like that, so let me take a look. I mean, it's almost assuredly Ayton for me because I don't have Luka. But I feel like I can answer you differently than I can answer the public. So give me 1 second, bots. All right, so I have Luka projected for 37.6. His ceiling would be 10 short of where I would want him to be. I've got Ayton 0 short. I have Ayton for like a full 8 points higher from a ceiling game. So for me, it's Ayton. Admittedly, I feel pessimistic about Luka because I like him so much, but I would go Ayton in that spot. Badger and Bournemouth fan, have a good New Year, man. Enjoy. Which 2 superstars would I have on FanDuel? AD, KD, Harden, Westbrook, Curry, Cat. Cat for sure on FanDuel. I would imagine that if I had to go to another one, it would be Anthony Davis. But construction would matter. Thoughts on Oubre on FanDuel? Haven't thought about him all day. I can't imagine playing him outside of just randomness. Favre or Rodgers? Depends what I'm trying to do. I mean, the answer is Rodgers. He's a better quarterback than Brett Favre. But I don't know. Seems like it would probably be really fun to go out and crush beers and Percocet with Favre. I don't know. Probably shouldn't say that out loud. Bit.ly/thrive. Nope. Bit.ly/awesomeo. Shouldn't have picked up the beer for that plug. This is 2. This is the 2 that I've had are on this desk right now. With Holmes out. he should see a minutes increase. I don't know why Holmes being out would mean Kelly Oubre has a minutes increase. At least not enough that it matters. What are all these alerts? Nope, nothing of value. I don't know. Okay, let's look around that Oubre price point. So if I were going to go to Oubre, like I would probably rather just like pay $400 less and roll my dice on Bertans, or just flat punt that position and go to Gerald Green. What do I think of Dennis Smith Jr. on FanDuel? I'm in. No reason not to be. Oh, man. Tatiana Ali Daydreaming is on downstairs. I'm sad that I'm going to miss this one in the playlist, but shout out Lord Tariq and Peter Guns making a... Ooh! Gotta text the wife. It's not going to be on there. How many people remember Lil T and One Track Mike Shaniqua? Because I need to get that song on my playlist. I just remembered it now, and that shit is dope. Best 11 or underplay on Yahoo. Let me look. It's almost assuredly Tyus Jones. Yeah, it's just Tyus Jones. Do I like Miller from New Orleans? Not really. Uptown, baby. You don't hear river dancing. No, the roofers are done, I believe. Got to share the playlist. I mean, it's not as if it's like some like specifically curated thing. It's basically just like any 90s playlist you would feel. We just trim the fat. I don't know. Are you guys on Google Play Music? I don't fuck with Spotify. Any concern over DSJ on a back-to-back recently coming off of an injury? Not on Yahoo at $11. More so on FanDuel and DK, I guess, but not really in general. But on $11 on Yahoo, I have zero concerns. 9 minutes, everybody. Shaniqua don't live here no more. How dumb is a Harden fade on FanDuel scale of 1 to 10? I don't know, 5? Look, you can't play everybody, guys. I promise you. You might get that recommendation somewhere, but you can't play everybody. I swear to God. Alex may play 150 lineups. Shit, he may play 300 in a night. Still doesn't have everybody. Imagine having Mike McCarthy that long as a coach and thinking like, I don't want Josh McDaniels. No Spotify for me. Google Play Music gets you YouTube Red as well. So I'd rather have YouTube ad-free and essentially the exact same application plus YouTube Music instead of just paying for Spotify and still wanting to not have ads on YouTube. DK Torney, is having 3 Suns too many in a tournament lineup with Clay on the other side? I mean, if it's your only lineup, probably. It's risky as shit. Oh, God. Rivers or DSJ on a Yahoo GPP? It's not. That's not even close. It's Dennis Smith Jr. Dennis Smith Jr. There's no upside for Rivers. DSJ could smash. Now, look, I guess Rivers could smash too, but you'll feel better rooting for DSJ. Kyle knows what's up. Google Play significantly better than Spotify. That's what's up. 3,100 for a DK on DK for a utility. Who should you pick? Eric, sure it is. 3,100. Oh my God. You should pick none of those guys. None. Zero. Rework. Whoever asked that question, Nico, if that's really your question, rework your lineup. You should not be playing anyone 3,100 or below on DraftKings today. Would I play Gerald Green over Maxey? I would. Capella on FanDuel thoughts. It's fine. It's a hard sell with Randall being cheaper and with Ayton being cheaper, but no one's going to be on Capella. So I think you can leverage the field more with Capella if you want. Get a little different. I think they have Capella's ceiling is essentially the same as Randall and Ayton, so I don't mind it too much. Legalized. I hope you have a great night tonight too, man. Oh, I hope that burp wasn't on, but it certainly was, wasn't it? I get burpy. Curry is going to go hilariously under-owned against the Suns team that couldn't stop Jamal Murray. That's a really true statement. Got any belly on Yahoo? That's not for me, but I'll still answer. No. Kick's good. Happy New Year, man. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Haven't played Yahoo yet, True Seeker. You're making a gigantic mistake. It's free money out there, man. Free monies. Tatum or Barnes in a GPP? I'd rather have Barnes. I hate the Celtics from a fantasy perspective. FanDuel, Forbes or Melton? Forbes. I don't particularly see D'Anthony Melton as viable today. Bryn Forbes or Gerald Green on Yahoo? Gerald Green. Oh. Schroeder or Payton on a DK GPP? I mean, it really depends on how many lineups you're playing. I have a hard time advocating for Elfrid Payton over Dennis Schroeder right now, knowing what we know. But if Schroeder's high, significantly high, like it's worth a speculative play. But it wouldn't be out like my first lineup. Maxey and DSJ or Rivers and Bridges on Yahoo. It's got to be Rivers Bridges, but that scares the shit out of me. I mean, if we get weird news from Maxey to get more minutes, late swap pivot if you can. I don't remember what time anybody plays. Rivers. No, you won't be able to do that. Rivers will be locked. How do I feel about Jaylen Brown on DK? I don't care about anything on the Celtics. Randall or DDR on Yahoo? So I have Randall. Hi. What are you doing? No. Sure, if you'd like to. Come on. Say hello to the 90s wife, everybody. That's where you need to look. Hi. Just FYI. This is the way you're going to...
Happy New Year.
That's the way you're going to debut yourself, dressed like this? Bye, wife. There you go, everybody. There's the wife. Fantastic for you guys. Perfect way to have her debuted on this show. Dressed like the female version of me right now. Real great. I probably have shit all over my face, don't I can't tell. That threw me off. Randall or DDR on Yahoo. I'm getting there. I think my mouse is dying. So she does exist. Yeah, she does. That's Julie the Cat Gaffney. Josh has a girlfriend. Josh has a wife. Paid extra. You guys are the best. You guys are the absolute best. I love the chat. The Goldbergs. I love it. I'm getting to that question, I promise. All right. DeMar DeRozan, 51 ceiling, 6 higher. Randall, 50. All right, so I have the ceiling for Randall and DeRozan 0.4 of a projection split. So if I'm being honest, the answer is both. Red face Josh Engelman. I just wasn't ready for it. She threw me off. Yeah, absolutely, Ramsey. Bring that cognac. Can I talk about basketball, please? I've been talking about basketball for 45 minutes, man. But if you're looking for that on a New Year's Eve show, you can get to stepping, man. Come on. She's not Ramsey. She's not into brown liquor. Crisis actor. You guys are the best. 6:59, everybody. And I'm not sticking around for much longer after 7. That's for sure. I got parties to attend. Is that a vintage day? Yeah, it's very real. The wind doesn't stand a chance at your house. You guys are on fire tonight. Let's tick tock. 25 seconds. If you don't have it in now, what are you gonna do? Does Josh actually talk about basketball at all? You guys, you're killing me. Braden Hoffman, let's get this bread. I agree. I just did a solo show at 6 o'clock with a party going on below my house. My level of dedication is unparalleled. Happy New Year, everybody. We are locked, 7 o'clock. Everybody, be safe. Like the video, subscribe. Live before lock, the promo code. I don't want to slam you guys with everything right now. You guys have been fantastic this entire year. For those of you that were with me when I rang in 2018, I was just a solo guy working a job I hated. And now this is my profession. So thanks to Alex, Tom, Eddie, everybody that I work with at awesemo.com. It's been a fantastic 9+ months. Wow, she actually bangs this guy. Fantastic. I owe everything to everybody that's in this chat right now. So thank you so much. Be safe. Have a good holiday. I'll see you guys in the morning. Adios.